Hi, boys and girls. All right, so we're going to read our next book here. And this time we're going to read, the goats are in the background still, but we're also here by the fire pit. And I don't know that you can see that really or not, but I just wanted to kind of show you that we're going to have tonight. We're going to do a little fire pit tonight and enjoy maybe some marshmallows. I think we have some. So anyway, well, this is the next book we're going to read. It's actually the last book in our text set about sharing the earth with animals. And it's kind of a dark picture here, so hopefully you could see it well. But the title of this book is Every Autumn Comes the Bear, and this is by Jim Arnowski. And what do you know about bears? Look at the front cover. What clues do you see in the illustrations that tell you what time of year it is? Yeah. You can look down here at the bottom. There's leaves on the ground. So that might give you a little hint. When do the leaves fall off the trees? Yeah, it's fall or autumn. In this story, someone tells a story about something that happens every year in the woods behind a farm. Let's read to find out what happens. Now you might jump and join us. I'll show you that picture. It's kind of a cool picture too. There is a wooden hill behind our farm. It is a wild and rugged place with many rocks as trees. So lots of rocks and trees. Every autumn, after the leaves have fallen, a bear shows up. The person telling this story knows that a bear comes every autumn. I wonder how the person knows. What do you think? Turn and tell someone. He walks out on the cliff where the ravens perch. Now look carefully at where the bear is, right here. And what do you think a cliff is? Turn and tell someone what you think a cliff is. Yeah, a cliff is usually, it could be dirt too, but usually some kind of a rock or dirt, and it kind of goes and then it just drops off. Sometimes there can be water in the background. I'm not sure if this is the water or the sky, but you could tell it kind of ends right here and then it's blue, whether that be water or sky. He growls into the bobcat's lair. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. The bear follows every trail just to see where each trail leads. As a good reader, are you thinking about what he might be really looking for? He drinks cold water from the spring. And claws a tall, straight tree. You can actually see the claw marks in the tree there. The other animals hide from the bear, but he knows they are there. Oh my goodness, look at the animals. What animals do you see? Telling someone. Yeah. These little guys. Notice the weather. What season is coming? Take a look. You can really notice it here with the bear. He smells the scent of a fox. I don't know if you know this, but all animals have a different smell or scent. Even we have a scent that bears can smell. And we did learn that bears can smell really, really well from very far away. He hears a grouse bursting into flight. What do you think the grouse is? If you guessed if it was this bird, you were right. What's the name of that bird there? When the hill is white with snow, the bear climbs to the highest rock. He looks out over all the treetops. Are you thinking about what weather it's showing here, what season it might be? Then, searching amid the hilltop boulders, he finds a den and crawls inside. Yeah, it's winter. He's got to find a place to sleep. The bear must have searched hard between these big rocks or boulders to find a nice place to sleep. What do you think the bear will do once it gets inside? Nestled there against cold rock with only fat and fur to keep him warm. He sleeps all winter long. All right. So we learned that bears do something when winter comes. What do they do? Yeah, they have to find a den or a lair to sleep in. And do you remember what that's called when they sleep all winter? Yep, hibernate. So, how long does the bear really sleep? Is it like you, just overnight? No, it'll sleep months and months. 3, 4, even up to 6 months long. Now, springtime is a time of change. Now, we don't only think about what the trees look like and the ground looks like, but what will change for the bear once spring comes? And as a good reader, you're having to think about this because it doesn't show it in the book. Yeah. Is this bear going to be hungry? Yeah. What is this bear going to look for? You got it. Food. Lots and lots of food. Do you remember that book we read, Bear Wants More? Can you make that connection? Yeah. That was fiction, obviously. Now, I learned from this book that bears growl. Tell someone what you learned about bears. It could be from this book, or it could be from the other things that we've learned back in November and December about bears. Now, how does the author let you know where and when this story takes place? Think about what the bear is doing and the time of year. At first, in the beginning, what was falling to the ground? What do you see here falling to the ground? leaves. So we know the story starts in the fall. That's correct. And as we get closer to the end of the book, we see something else start to fall. What is that? Yeah, snow. And we know when it starts to snow, it's going to be winter. Correct. Good. Now, after reading this book, I wonder what bears like to eat during the summer. What do you think about what they eat in the summer? What do you wonder about after reading this book? Tell someone. All right. So again, I said this is the last book in our text set about animals. We're going to start on communities on Friday. And so we have one more writing task about reading. And we are going to do one more grid here. And so you'll need 3 boxes here, 3 boxes here, and 3 boxes here for a total of 9 boxes. And I'd like you to write the name of the animals in this column here. Bear, raven, and bobcat. Okay, now I'm going to go back and just show you the picture of those animals really quick. You already know bear. I'm not going to repeat that. But here's raven. So take a good look at those birds. And then here is bobcat. So I want you to have that picture in your head of the bobcat. Okay. So now when you're working on this paper and you're writing what you learned about some information about bears, you're going to write it here. What information did you learn about ravens? Write it here. What information did you learn about bobcats? Write it here. And of course, please draw a picture of each animal here in the last column. Now, as I said on Monday, you can do your own research into each animal and find out. It's fun. I love learning about animals. But you could also just take what you saw and what you heard in this book to write the information that you've learned about those animals. So it's really up to you. If you want to challenge your brain, do some more research. If you're ready to just write and do what you've learned in this book, go for it. All right. Remember to take a picture of this, put it on Seesaw. I can't wait to see the hard work you guys do. All right. We'll talk about communities when I see you on Friday. Bye, guys.